you know that more than 60,000 Canadians will file for bankruptcy this year? So what does that mean for their credit? Here to tell us more is credit counselor and trustee of Sands & Associates, Blair Manton. Welcome, Blair.
Thank you very much.
60,000 Canadians. That might be a surprising number to a lot of people.
I think it will surprise people. Most people don't talk about their financial problems, but a lot of people these days are having them.
Okay, so let's talk, first of all, what bankruptcy is. Explain that.
Well, bankruptcy is a legal remedy. It's available to anybody in Canada who's got way more debt than they can handle, and it allows you to start again. It's a fresh start. You start your life again unburdened by too much debt.
So what happens when one declares bankruptcy?
Well, the first thing is you get immediate relief. So usually when people come to my office, they're hunched over, they're getting collection calls, people are taking their wages, they're making them feel like a horrible person for not being able to pay their debts. As soon as you go into bankruptcy, all of that stops. You get relief, a trustee is appointed, and we step in the middle to stop your creditors from having a remedy against you.
Okay, so how do you know that you might need to go into bankruptcy? Is there like a checklist? I mean, how does that work?
Well, everybody's different, and bankruptcy is definitely a last resort. So if your bank won't consolidate your debt, then start to look at other options. Generally, what most people do is they look at their credit card statements, and what credit card companies have been doing for a few years now is telling you how long is it going to take you to pay off the debt if you make only the minimum payments. $5,000 of debt can take you 13 years, if you can believe that. Wow. So if you're on the 10, 20, even I've seen a 100-year plan to pay off your debts if you're making the minimums, you should be having a conversation with an expert to figure out what are your options.
Interesting. So what about life after bankruptcy? What does that look like? Give us a snapshot.
Well, in general, it's a lot better than life before bankruptcy. So most people are scared to even talk to a trustee because they think their credit's going to be ruined forever. Many people are much better after bankruptcy than before. So bankruptcy is going to be on your credit for 6 years after you finish it. But if you rebuild your credit the right way, 2 or 3 years after a bankruptcy, you could be getting a mortgage. You could be starting to rebuild your credit and, getting a little bit more consumer debt if you need it. But you got to manage things the right way going forward to make sure you never need to do this again.
Yeah, you don't want to have to file for bankruptcy twice in your lifetime.
No, you don't.
But one question I'm curious to know, if someone has a lot of debt and they file for bankruptcy, what happens to the debt?
Well, it basically gets written off. So bankruptcy is not an option for the creditors. They can't say, no, we don't want this person to go bankrupt. We want to be paid. Even student loans, even income taxes, the debt has to get written off because nobody wants you to be in debt for the next 50 years of your life. Everybody wants you to start again, be a productive member of society, have a good financial future.
All right. Interesting information.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Blair. If you want to watch this segment again, just go to our website, ctvmorninglive.ca.